Let's now shift our attention to what is happening in Nepal. The death toll from the deadly earthquake that struck Nepal has now risen to over 143. The landlocked country nestled in Himalayas has experienced a 6.4 magnitude earthquake late last night. The death toll is now expected to rise further. The epicenter of the earthquake was set to be at a place called Jajarkot, which is about 500 kilometers west of the Nepalese capital Kathmandu. The rescue workers are digging through the rubble of the collapsed houses to save the survivors, and it is a race against time for the authorities there. Now, the administration has said that some spots are extremely difficult to reach because some of the trails, that is the roads, have been completely blocked and broken down by the landslides that have been triggered by the aftershocks. Both the Nepalese army and the Nepalese police have been mobilized to carry out the rescue works. Experts say that although the quake's magnitude is not very severe, the damage and the death toll is likely to be pretty high due to the poor quality of construction in the area. The local media footage shows crumbled facades of multi-storied brick homes with large pieces of furniture that has been scattered. And its tremors were also felt in the northern part of India, especially in places like New Delhi, which is fairly far off, and in some of the other adjoining areas. The mountainous nation of Nepal, remember, is wedged between China and India and has been often hit by earthquakes because it sits on the belt where the Himalayan mountains are, of course, rising up and the subcontinental plate is pushing into the northern plate. Now, the deadliest occurrence of an earthquake was back in 2015 when about 9,000 people had been killed in two back-to-back earthquakes. Centuries-old temples and other historic sites had been reduced to rubble by the 7.8 Richter earthquake that had struck Nepal back then. The Nepalese Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda visited the Jajarkot area to meet with the affected people, and earlier he in fact took to X, formerly known as Twitter, and expressed grief over the damage that's been caused by the earthquake. The Indian Prime Minister has also expressed grief over the loss of lives and damage due to the earthquake. He's added that India stands in solidarity with the people of Nepal and is ready to extend all possible assistance. Now, India has also released an emergency helpline number for any Indians who require urgent assistance at this moment in Nepal. All right, now to give us more information in terms of what is happening at this moment in Nepal, we're being joined in by our correspondent Saloni Murarka, who's joining us from Kathmandu. Saloni, bring us up to speed with what the situation at this moment is like in Nepal.
Yes, we know the epicenter of this earthquake is in the northwestern part of the country, which is approximately 500 kilometers from the capital, Kathmandu, and that's where I am right now. And even this far, we could feel the tremors last night, which was pretty hard. So we can understand the intensity that the earthquake was actually hit the epicenter, Jajarkot and Khumbu. And we also know that Nepal Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal has instructed the Nepal Army, the armed police force, to carry out a certain rescue operation. And he has also appealed to the political fraternity, social workers to donate money for the people to arrange food, water and clothes for them, and also tents. And most of the people, in fact, more than half of the people in that region spent the entire night out in the cold as they were very scared to go back in the cracked house due to the several aftershocks that were felt.
Absolutely indeed, Saloni. Thank you very much indeed for